Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and we have a major rumor report for the She-Hulk. Well, as you know, I'm a little bit discerning about reporting rumors. They often show up on 4chan and Reddit, and they kind of seem out in left field and often turn out not to be true. Now, this doesn't mean leaks don't occasionally come from those services, but if we're keeping score, let's be clear, it's not very pretty. Well, recently, an old rumor seems to have gotten new life. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we got a report over on 4chan, and eventually it showed up on Reddit about the Thing actually appearing in the She-Hulk. Now, I've got a few details here. I'm going to read them to you, and then I'm going to tell you what I think about all this after the fact. Now, the rumor reported that Jason Segel had been cast in the part, and kicks off saying he will play a major role in the last 3 episodes of She-Hulk. Additionally, it goes on to say that he was originally meant to debut in No Way Home before showing up on She-Hulk, and Jennifer has a mysterious client who only communicates with her via a different lawyer. Apparently, this drives a lot of lawyers who only talk to lawyers jokes. Now, Jason Segel has been around for forever, and I do think he would be a pretty amazing cast for Ben Grimm. Obviously, he's been in a mocap suit, but his comedy chops really would make for the perfect character in the show. Ben Grimm absolutely needs to be the kind of guy that can make audiences laugh and do the whole big tough guy with a really soft heart routine that Ben has always done, and I could totally see Segel knocking this out of the park. The character is being done in mocap. This is exactly how they did Thanos and should work very well for the MCU if it turns out to be true. Now, apparently, according to the report, the Thing is fighting a defamation case, and he eventually shows up in episode 8. Now, this continues into episode 9 and episode 10, which I didn't think the series had 10 episodes. It was reported as 9, so there's a little bit of a red flag. More interestingly, he mainly fights the Wrecking Crew, which for me personally, I'm pretty interested to see these guys come to life. They were a major part of Thor and the Hulk in the comics, and they've been totally absent in the MCU. Now, it does go on to say that there's a moment in the series where She-Hulk, the Thing, and Daredevil all share screen time, which could be absolutely amazing. And then finally, they do say there's a moment that's very similar to the Cap and Spider-Man moment, with Daredevil and the Thing talking about being New Yorkers. This is pretty MCU. We'll have to see if all of this is true, but I do like the idea of them jabbering about where they're from. Now, like we said, the report resurfaced from the Insider, and they're standing by the story and saying they got an additional source recently that seemed to confirm this story. Now, I've talked to a couple of other people, and they say, no, this isn't true, that the Thing is not appearing in She-Hulk, but I do love the possibilities of the rumor. A giant showdown at the end of the series featuring the Thing would be pretty awesome, but we have to ask ourselves if it makes logical sense. Bruce Banner is already part of the series, so that kind of pushes back on that a little bit. We don't really need 2 muscle guys, especially with the She-Hulk being there, but honestly, any way we could get Ben Grimm into the MCU, I would kind of like it. Now, the report said he was facing a defamation case, and I have heard from other rumor reports that there is indeed a defamation case part of the season, but it's not the Thing, it's Wong. So how all of these pieces fit together, I think we should be really cautious here. I mean, obviously we all want to see the Fantastic Four enter the MCU, and I'm pretty sure those casting announcements are going to come at SDCC, but until we get something official, I just want to hold on to this one and then wait and see what happens. The fact that the rumor keeps resurfacing is often indicative of when these rumors do turn out to be true. We hear something, then we don't hear anything about it for a long time, and then it starts to come back again in bits and pieces. So I remain hopeful. Now, obviously, we're going to follow everything Fantastic Four and She-Hulk on this channel, and if we get any updates on the Thing and She-Hulk, we're going to bring it to you right away. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to not miss any of the details. But until we know more, what do you guys think? What do you think about the possibilities of Ben Grimm showing up in the She-Hulk? And how do you like the idea of Jason Segel being cast in the role? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.